Good morning. It's obviously a snowy morning in Belmont Bay. Thought I'd get out and kind of give everybody an impression of how the difference in Belmont Bay looks when it's snowing versus all the pictures I usually share of Belmont Bay and the tranquil blue waters. One of the interesting things here in Belmont Bay is the marina, and you can see that there are a lot of boats still in the marina, and one of the reasons for that is this marina is unique in that it has bubblers in the water that keep it from freezing, so the homeowners down here can leave their boats in the water all year long. You can't see across the river today. Normally you can see a couple of really beautiful big houses. It is very cold out here, but it's really a different view and a beautiful tranquil view on a snowy day. Most days in Belmont Bay, this is an area where you're going to find lots of residents gathered. It's a great place for people to have happy hour. You see kids jumping in and out of this. It's right on the corner of the water, which of course you can't see today, and it has a beautiful view overlooking the marina. I hear other people out here, so I'm not the only crazy person out today, and I'm sure shortly the kids will be out sledding on one of the big hills that's out in the construction area. Here we are down on the nature path as we're passing the condos and some of the townhouses. We're actually in front of two of the townhouses that have their own private docks. Of course you can see the great berries and the trees down here, and of course the very wintry scene in Belmont Bay. And again, not a chance of seeing the river today, but a great chance for people to get out and just enjoy nature, and just another different variety here in Belmont Bay. Here we are looking at down a row of some of the townhouses in the town center, looking over towards Harbor View, which is the big condominium building here. Again, more of the townhouses, and going back towards Harbor Point West and towards the marina. This is one of the nature trails in Belmont Bay. It's actually part of the Potomac Trail system. It's part of the system that I had written about earlier that Prince William County and the National Park Service are looking to extend so that people are going to be able to walk a full 8 miles from the town of Occoquan Bay and down to historic Ripon Landing and Ripon Lodge. Another great thing here is during the spring and summer there are lots of weddings. You can kind of see the gazebo peeking through over there. There are a lot of weddings that take place, a lot of wedding photographers. In the distance you can see the golf club, which we'll walk around to, and again lots of open space for residents to enjoy. And then back to Harbor Point East condominiums. Here's a little bit more of a close-up of the gazebo that I pointed out earlier. The wind's really starting to pick up, so it's going to be a little bit chilly, and I suspect that as I get closer to the golf club that the thought of a hot toddy is going to go foremost in my mind. As we make the walk back towards home, what we see through this trees out here is actually all of a 400-acre nature reserve that is on the edge of the Belmont Bay neighborhood. It's a great place for people to be able to get out, walk. It's a wonderful place in the spring for the osprey, where they are nesting. They have a huge variety of animals within the forest, and of course I'm sure today the deer and the fox and everybody else are all hunkered down. And for all you golfers, this is the 18th hole coming into the Osprey. If we pan across that way, you'll actually see the flag is sitting out there, and I'm sure someone is just ready to get out their clubs today and try to hit a few golf balls. But again, it's just pristine out here, and even with the snow you can get a feel for the type of community it is. And I'm sure later today there will be deer out here. They come in from the nature reserve, which is off there in the distance. And one last street scene as we head back towards home. This is looking over the Harbor View condominium the brownstones in the town center. Looks like there are other few brave souls out here walking around today as well. Hope you've enjoyed this little cold tour. And now I'm definitely going home to warm up.